afternoon, ladies.
Guys.
Today is just Ladies' Day.
Yes, I have to say it's refreshing to not have the male species next to us.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Good afternoon to everybody that is watching live and they will be watching the stream later. We're happy to have you. We hope that what we're going to talk about today is going to give you a little bit of insight of what the traditional clothes in Cambodia is. It's absolutely beautiful, the colors and the materials that they make it all. The material they use to make it, they are very well known for silk. So yes, I hope you guys are going to enjoy it, Elandi and Supia. Nice having you two just with me.
Yes.
So how's you guys been? Elandi, you having a birthday tomorrow?
Yes. So I was fortunate enough to have the celebration already for my birthday, and all my friends came over, and I got lovely gifts and presents. So I will be painting and updating on the page some of the paintings that we have done, paintings that you can find in different types of DIY arts you can find in Cambodia. I think that's quite an interesting thing for people that's more on the artsy side. But we will keep you updated and everything with how progress is going with our paintings and everything. And I think, yeah, I'm really blessed to have friends that I have in Cambodia, especially people watching that lives overseas from their families and so on. It's hard to have a birthday and not being able to be with your immediate family, but if you are lucky enough, like I am, to make a family that you met in that country. Like Sophia is from Cambodia, Ina is from South Africa, and we met in Cambodia, and we got so close that even that my immediate family is not with me during the time of the year with holidays and even my birthday, it's still nice to have a different family, a chosen family. They say
Yes.
family can't be, but blood family can't be chosen, but real family can. But the chosen family is here with me, and it does help a lot. And I do appreciate everyone so much. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no. It's like Andre and I always say that we miss our kids in South Africa very much, but at least you guys are here, and we're calling you our Cambodian children. So at least helps a bit. It makes it not so hectic. So it's nice to have you guys in our lives. And Sophia, how's things going with you?
Yes, very nice. Nice weekend. It's nice weekend. Happy instead of a happy birthday lady. It's gonna happen
Yes.
tomorrow on Monday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday on Monday for
Yeah,
Yolandi.
yeah.
So we decided, we three decided. Firstly, we want to first say happy birthday to our Cambodian king. He had a birthday on Friday. It was the king's birthday, and in Cambodia, when it is the king's birthday day, it is actually a public holiday because of the celebration of the king's birthday. So we just want to say happy birthday to the king of Cambodia,
Yeah.
and may there be many more years to come. And then we decided we want to tell you guys about Cambodian traditional clothing, how they wear it, and for what they wear it. I mean, if they have a wedding, like Supia has told us many a times, is that they are having so many outfits that they have to change into, but the actual traditional clothing for their wedding is absolutely beautiful. It is, and in different colors. So yeah, I think we can start and maybe have a look what we have put together for everybody. Hopefully, it's going to be interesting enough for everybody to love it. But before we go over to our um, chat for the day about Cambodia, please like and subscribe.
Yes, guys, please. We are still starting up. We haven't. We've been doing this almost a year, and our videos we're getting out there. We're getting a little bit more views on YouTube, and we're doing this because we think that it's important to learn about different cultures and about different uh, types of people and different kinds of celebrations. And that's why we do it, because nowadays everything's on the cell phone, and you can learn so much just by listening and looking at stuff, not being able to be in the country, but being able to view it and see what it's like to be part of that country, even though you're not from there. So yes, guys, please like and subscribe and ring the bell for our future videos. You will see we
Yes,
have videos on Anchor, well, not Anchor What yet, but different temples. Anchor What's coming soon, guys. So as soon as this COVID's over, we'll do an Anchor What video, which is one of the wonders of the world, and we will do that for you guys. And please, guys, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
then we also have our Instagram. So we would like everybody to follow us on Instagram. Yolandi is quite active on Instagram. She's the
Yes,
Instagram
guys.
lady here.
If you want more information on what we have done already, you'll find the photos on Instagram as well as on Facebook. Please like the Instagram page, follow the Instagram page, and have some comments. Say what you've seen before. If you haven't experienced it, if you had similar experiences, comment, talk to us, so that we can form a little bit of a social media relationship with you guys and just tell you more about everything.
Yes, and then Andre always say, if you'd like to send us an email and talk about anything or everything, that's why we call it the Sunday Salad, is because of we talk about anything and everything. At the moment, we are really focusing on Cambodia because it is a country that we live in at the moment and experiencing their culture and how things are, which is much different than in South Africa. So it's actually very interesting. It's like South Africa's history is also interesting. So this is the same this way. It's always nice to know about the culture of a country where you stay and live. So yes, if you'd like to email us, you can email us at motley2020@gmail.com. And if you would like to come onto the show, I mean, I dare everybody to send us a mail or an Instagram or Facebook request, anything for us to get you onto the show. And if you'd like to share something that you've experienced, whether it is in Cambodia or everywhere, anywhere in the world, please come and join us and we'll have some lot of fun.
Yes.
So, girls, we are talking about Cambodian traditional clothes today. And I did read up a little bit about it, and that there's some, Supia always corrects me when I say this, some pot. Is that correct, Supia?
Yeah,
Some
it's correct.
the sampat is quite a famous traditional the Cambodians wear. They wear it in different styles. Well, it depends on how what class you is. Normally, the sampat is it's like a sarong that gets wrapped around their bodies, and then they put these beautiful blouses on with it, and it's any color you can think of. You get the normal cotton sarongs, and then you get the ones that's made out of silk. But we'll have to show you some photos so you can see how beautiful it is. So, in the country of anchor temples, Cambodia, there are two primary types of traditional costumes, including daily costumes and festive costumes. Their livelihoods mainly depend on fishing and farming, so they often choose to wear clothes that are comfortable and convenient for their work. So their clothes is normally are convenient and comfortable for the work that they are doing, because most of these people are farmers, except for in the big cities. And rice, I think, is the main source of farming in Cambodia, rice fields. That's a big income for Cambodia. So they need to be comfortable when they are in the rice fields. So, in the introduction about Cambodian traditional dress, in tradition, Cambodian people wear a plaid scarf called a krama. which we all know. We've seen it, and I've never realized that it is such a big thing in Cambodia. If you look at the middle picture, that is the krama scarf. Some of them is made out of silk, and some of it is just made out of cotton. Krama is often made of natural materials such as a cotton or a silk. Though it has been thousands of years, this clothing has not changed too much. So for thousands and thousands of years, apparently, they have had this krama scarf, but it's not changed much. They either make it into cotton or they make it into silk. So, Sophia, what do you have to add about the krama scarf?
For me, like you said, it does not change too much. Yeah, of course, it does not change too much, but just it's depend on the designer. Sometimes they just have the like that silk to make it with like some decoration, like the flower. Yeah, that's all that it has been changed a little bit, and it's also it's like I said, it's depend on the designer that they want, and yeah.
Yeah, and they say krama is worn around the head or necks with the role of protecting people from the harmful sunlight as well as absorbing the sweat if they have to work under the heat of summer days. So I have seen it, and krama is also used as a hammock for infants, a towel, or a device to climb up trees to hold on. They tie it around the palm trees or and climb up with those. They like push it up and then pull themselves up. So it's got quite a bit of use. They've got quite a bit of use for the krama scarf, which was quite interesting to me.
Yeah, I remember when I just came to Cambodia, we worked for a school, and they had a celebration for New Year, and we
Yes.
were like obligated to wear a scarf that is similar to the chroma scarf. So it's the same thing, but it's a very smaller scale of it.
Yeah.
So it's literally just like a scarf you would buy in a Western or foreign country, just a normal scarf. But the patterns and everything goes the same. And when they use this chroma scarf, it's a traditional wear, but it's in the informal section of the Cambodian traditional wear. So the informal section meaning that you won't wear the chroma scarf to a wedding or something
No.
like that. Rather use it for celebrations or like having a party and dressing in your traditional informal pants or skirt, which is like a piece of material that's just folded around you onto into a skirt or a pants, and you'll usually wear the most traditional for the informal with the chroma scarf is the white Cambodian shirt, which usually has the Angkor Wat or something that's significant to Cambodia is usually imprinted in the front of the white top that you wear with that. And the scarf usually matches with the pants or uh, whatever you're wearing for bottoms or dress in the bottom.
Yeah, I think Sophia, as we've read here, that they say they make it out of cotton or silk. So I assume because we had the privilege to go to Silk Island, Sophia,
Yeah.
Andre, myself, and Divan, and they were busy. They showed us how they make those scarves out of the silk, and it's absolutely beautiful. The patterns they wove into those scarves is amazing. So I think when it comes to the silk one, I assume that they will wear it to a little bit more
Formal.
fancier, formal uh, events because, like I said, those things are absolutely beautiful. I am going to take a few home when I go and visit South Africa and give it to my favorite people that side.
Before we go on, I see we have 5 viewers that's currently with us live. Thank you guys for watching. Please pop a comment into the comment section. Tell us where you live and where you come from and what your type of traditional clothes are so that we can add that, talking a little bit about different traditions as well with the Cambodian tradition. And
Yes,
like
and
and
like and subscribe.
Yeah.
We are not going to forget that like and subscribe today. We're going
Yeah.
to push it.
So,
All
guys,
right.
let's quickly inform the public eye what we're doing. So, a few months ago, the guys did a, a topic on the Genocide Museum, and that is the video that reached the most viewers. So, for today, talking about the traditional clothing and the girls alone, we are determined to kick their views out the door and show them what girls can do. Divan says, hey, that's cheating. Divan, that's just because it's sore loser. If we win this one, guys, it's a fair game.
Why, Divan? Divan,
Fair
Divan,
game.
no cheating, Divan. None
All is fair
whatsoever.
in love and war, guys. All is fair in love and war. So, like,
Um,
follow, watch, send it to all your friends. Come on, guys, you can do it. Show we've got the girl power.
okay, let's go on. So, contrary to the simple and convenient drama, the festive costume of Cambodians are amazingly flashy, glamorous, and colorful. Like this picture that we are seeing at the moment. You can see the headgear that they have on their heads, and also, the sampat,
Sampak.
Sophia, sampat. The dressing that they've got on, the clothing that they've got on is called the sampat, and they
Yeah.
have this beautiful headgear that they put on their heads, and it's very flashy, and they use a lot of gold um, jewelry to make it even more prettier.
Yes, with the jewelry, I believe that in Cambodia, they think the more bold and like the bigger and the bolder, the better with traditional wear. So it's always gold and it's big and chunky and bold and it's beautiful and it's bright shining gold matching their belts. They see this accessories like from the hair to the neck to the arms to the waist, using belts that fit it and the shoes and everything. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Our
yes,
symbol is gold.
it's absolutely beautiful. They say here that this costume is called sampat. It appeared for a very long time ago around Funa era, when a Cambodian king ordered his subjects to wear sampat at the request of the Chinese envoy. Since this dynasty, silk weaving is an indispensable part of Cambodians' long-standing culture. So sophisticated textiles, methods, and subtle patterns are developed. And in particular, Cambodians from this era process their own non-patent cross-weaving techniques, although there is currently no clear explanation for the application of these techniques. The silk sampat is used as an inheritance in every family, wedding, funerals, as well as for decoration in temples. Nowadays, this kind of clothing is still kept, created, and preserved as a national costume of Cambodia.
Yes.
It's quite interesting because this has been uh, the Cambodian national clothes for many years. So, and they still to this day make these create and make these costumes and keep it as a national costume of Cambodia.
Yes.
Very,
So
but
I want to ask you a question in regards to this. Have you wore this before?
No, I did. Never.
So
Never
is this like something you wear specifically? Because I know this is usually the traditional wear that the Cambodian dancers wear as well. Uh,
yes.
that they use. And I one of my TAs, my assistants at the school, she used to practice and do traditional dancing for events, and
Yeah.
she used to say that it's so heavy, but you get so used to it, like balancing it on your head, that you don't even know it's there after a while because you get so focused into your body language and how you have to move your body and so forth, so that this heavy piece of decoration stays on your head without falling off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it looks quite heavy.
Yeah, it's it just for the some pot it does not heavy, but just of because of the bear, and then some decoration from the metal. That's why it's metal feel not a little bit, but it's too heavy.
Okay.
Yeah. And then especially for the hat that the lady wearing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's we have to be careful, especially when we done.
Yeah, because it could fall
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
But
it can
I
fall off.
have previously seen how they do this, some of these dances. Well, I saw the students at one of our schools that we worked previously, and they had these performances on the stage, and it was actually beautiful and very graceful the way they move and perform these dances. So I assume they get used to balancing that on their heads because it looks heavy, and I think it can become a little bit uncomfortable because it's quite high up on your head.
Well, I
Okay,
can promise you, if you live in America or in Europe or in South Africa or in any African country, the dancing that we do there will not be fitted for the dancing to wear the hats like they do in Cambodia. Because if you just shake one move, the hat will be on the floor. Where in Cambodia, they dance gracefully, move slowly. It's small movements and it's hand movements with a little bit of body going into it.
yeah. This is just a few pictures that I've put together for uses for the Krama scarf. We can see here this lady has it on her head to keep protect her from the sun, like we've read. And then this lady or girl is tying it around her and carrying the baby with it. It's to make it more comfortable for them to carry their babies, and they use it to throw over their little ones, dry them with it, and like use it as a hammock for their little ones to sleep in. So yes, there's quite a bit of uses, and this lady is sitting busy weaving a krama scarf. This picture that I've put in there, just for interest sake, so that we know how they use it. And this is the most, I think, Sophia, this is the most common pattern for the krama scarf that I've seen. This check pattern, but like I said, they do it in different patterns, and especially in the silk. And it is absolutely 100% silk, as they process all the silk at the silk farm, and then from there, once they've processed that silk into beautiful colored silk, they weave it on the premises, and they even have a little shop there. So it is absolutely beautiful. Characteristics of Cambodian traditional dress and clothing. Cambodian traditional costume, sangpot, is made from soft silk, combining sophisticated knitting techniques to create exquisite pieces of fabric. We can see in all of these pictures the sampot, all of most like especially at the bottom where the sarongs is, and this lady's top, her blouse, is all made out of silk, and it is just beautiful. The colors is amazing. And when we were at the Silk Island, they use natural coloring techniques to color the silk with. They do not use dyes. There's no dyes in there. They use absolutely everything natural to dye the silk with, which was quite interesting. So everything is 100% silk color, from the silk to the color. So there is no artificial components in the silk that they weave on the Silk Island. Um, it is a square, long, large cloth wrapped around the lower part of the body. It can also be draped and folded in many different ways. So each one brings a distinct beauty. Some pot is made of silk and often dyed in five basic colors, including red, yellow, green, and blue, and black, that are popular colors with Cambodian people. It is very meaningful and precious for them because Cambodian people have to spend a lot of time and effort in decorating sampot with gemstones and embroidery details. So on top of making the sampat, they even embroidered with gemstones and decorated with embroidery. And if we look on the picture with the lady with the green one, it was just wrapped around her body. Where these ladies at the bottom, the one in the purple at the top, it was wrapped differently and tied differently. So it gives you that fold in the front and tied down with a belt. So they use it differently and in different styles. Anything,
Yes.
lady?
Sorry, I have to. I just want to add that in Cambodia, tradition overall, the people tend to use their hands to craft stuff. It's not like in South Africa where everything is mass produced. If it comes to traditional clothes and traditional artworks of the Cambodian people, they tend to do everything by hand. So most of the dresses, obviously the more expensive ones that you will find, um, is actually hand embroidered. So you can actually ask them to make you a traditional dress according to how you want it. If you go to the tailor, the Cambodian tailor, and ask them, listen, you need a traditional dress for this occasion. You want this color. You want this type of embroidery. You want this stones. They actually make it for you as if they would have made you a traditional wedding dress in South Africa, which I think is very very cool that they put so much effort into either buying a ready-made one or actually making the traditional dress for your occasion as you want it.
Yes, I must also say even the men's traditional clothing is also, especially when it comes to their shirts, and they've got sort of like a jacket, but it's a short sleeve jacket, and it's also made out of very. You can see it's made out of silk. Some of them are made out of silk, so it's absolutely beautiful. Even the men, if they have a wedding, the men's clothing will normally match the bride's clothing. So the groom and the bride's clothing will normally match, and some of the opponents is made out of the same fabric. So it is beautiful. In Cambodia, class popularization occurs strongly. As a result, there are many different types of sampat, and each type is worn by a certain class. In addition, there are Cambodian costumes for males and Cambodian costumes for females. So there's Cambodian costumes for males and for females. If you look at the middle picture, this is a male, and he has a Cambodian costume on for a male. And even the little picture at the top where the boys are all having the same kind of pants on. I don't know what. Sophia, those pants that the men wear, that looks like it's folded up in the middle. What do they call that?
That we also call another kind of samput. We call jongkaban, samput jongkaban. That is it, exactly. It does not the pen. It's just the tie of the scarf or the tie of seal that make the samput they make from seal,
Yes.
and they just tie it like from underbody, and then roll it down, and we can put the belt on the top.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what you're saying
that's
to me?
exact.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does the same what the lady
Where?
wear. Yeah,
Okay. So what you're saying to me is they use exactly the same uh, fabric that the ladies wear. It is a square, long, a big fabric, which they wrap around their bodies, and then take it from behind and pull it to the front and sort
yeah,
of push it into the belt. So when you look at it, it actually looks like a pants.
yeah. It actually look
Okay,
like
well,
pants.
that's interesting.
That's
Very
very interesting
interesting.
because I've been living here 2.5 years and I still think that I thought it was an actual pants that they can just put on.
Yes, yes. That, because they say, yeah, the most typical and common type of Cambodian sampot costume sampot is named as a sarong. So it is literally like a sarong that we know in Andre, Pepper's Echo, there is sound feedback coming through from someone's speaker. Okay, girls, Andre says one of our speakers are too loud, so just turn the speaker a little bit down. Thank you, Andre.
Maybe it's mine.
Yeah, just a little bit down, then nobody will hear your sound echo. So, this is a traditional worn by both male and females of the low class. Charangs has a simple design with 1.5 meter piece of cloth sewn at the end, two ends and tied on the waist. So the upper class in Cambodia wears more luxurious and higher quality sampots. They are called sampot pamang,
Yeah.
pamung, and sampat hall, which are
Yeah.
all woven by the scrumptious silk type. So they are all made out of silk, pure silk, 100% silk. Sampat pamong
Come on.
is a very popular weaving fabric from Cambodia. At present, there are about 52 different colors used on the sampat pamong. Even when the luxurious Sampat Pamong models use up to 22 different needles to create, accompanied by countless paintings, flower, and leaf geometries. The best quality silk used by the Cambodian is the famous silken satin in the Kingdom of Temple, Cambodia. So yes, they are using that to make these sampat for the upper class, the more upper class people that wear that. Sampat hall is also one of the most famous traditional costumes in Cambodia, with two basic types. One is a conventional dress, and the other is a cross woven. The Sampat hall style is influenced by the Indian patola fabrics and has undergone a period of development of patterns and knitwear that make up today's subtle wool fabric. This type of sampat consists of 200 patterns with yellow, red, brown, blue, and green colors according to the motif of the flowers and the animals. So, those that they are actually talking about is these ones at the bottom. Am I correct, Supriya?
Yeah. Yeah.
These ones, because I remember when we did the Khmer New Year celebration at the previous school, we all had to wear, like Ilandi says, we all had to wear the Cambodian traditional
Traditional costume.
wear, and those were the charangs that they gave us. It looks like a skirt, and it's got actually they had a little hole where you put through the belt and you tie it, and they had these patterns on it. And these are the ones that they are talking about, the ones at the bottom.
It's clear to see which one's natural colors because it's like a little bit more faded because it's not an actual artificial color that was used in the
Yes,
clothes.
yes, yes, yes. In addition to the three popular types of sampot, there are other less popular sampot types, but still have their own distinctive features. Sampot tip aspara. Is aspara the dance? One of the dances you do in Cambodia, Supriya?
Yeah, it's the hours dancing, and it's also the heritage core of Cambodia, representative of Cambodia. That
Yes, yes. Because when I did the little bit of research, I read about it, and it's very very important to Cambodia, the aspara dance that they do in Cambodia. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to even try and pronounce all these different sampots, because I will, Supia will laugh at me for the whole week if I even try and pronounce them. But there is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 different
yeah.
um, kind of sampots. I hope that will help. Everybody are welcome to go and uh, look it up, Elandi. You can share this on Facebook with everybody so that everybody can try and read it for themselves because I can't.
New TikTok
So,
challenge. Make a video reading the words.
yeah. Sampot is a noteworthy symbol of Cambodian handicraft showing the richness in the material as well as spiritual life. So even though even their clothing has something to do with their spiritual life, so it's got a lot of meaning. The things they put on for weddings and when they go to the temple, the different sampots they put on to go to the temple and when there's
Yeah.
festivals. So they have different, am I correct, Sophia, in saying that you have different sun pots for different occasions?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's correct enough.
so you have
Sophia,
for
I
going to
think you're
temple,
echoing a little bit, yes.
yeah, they got like going to temples and for festivals like Khmer New Year and weddings. So sun pot is absolutely just a sarong. It looks like a sarong and it is made out of either cotton or it is made out of silk and they wear it differently. It's like folding it differently to make it look different every time for different occasions. Correct in saying that?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we've got it. It's not different. It's not different clothing. It's one particular thing that is true to Cambodia that they shape into different ways for wearing it. Because I saw at the bottom, I will show, I have put a few pictures and I saw that the men, that's why I asked you, is it pants? And now we will see that on a wedding, the men also use the sarong and pull it through and put it in the belt to make it look like a pants for the groom to wear on his wedding day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the same salon and it's just the way that they make it just by the occasion. Like you
Yes.
go to temple, you gonna wear the tie or because some put like Apsara or like you join the wedding, you gonna wear the some pot that made from silk. We can call the some person that has mentioned in the topic you have show us also. It's
Yes,
just the
yes.
tie of the different occasion that I have to join.
They say, although modern times are more progressive with a variety of costumes and materials which are easier to buy and easier to wear, for Cambodian people, somewhat entered their subconscious from the royal family to the government officials, whether to the rich or the poor, they still choose sampat to wear because it is the Cambodian national costume, which is represents the culture tradition of the friendly country. So although I mean, if we go to the market or if we go to a store, there is different types of clothing that we can buy here. There's name brand clothing, like we all are used to in our own countries, and then also a more affordable clothing, but they are true to their traditional costumes. That's why to this day they still wear it and use it for their festivals and religion, spiritual religion reasons. So it is absolutely, and it is a friendly country. We can all vouch for that. It's really, it's a friendly country. The people here are very friendly. I've just put a few. This is at this on this side. This is beautiful, and it is something they will use for weddings, which are very flashy and it's a lot of jewelry and it's all pure silk material that it's made of. And on this side, this is one. This is a bride with her bridesmaids, and she will stand out. But their clothing are also just as beautiful. And then in the middle, these are the sampots that are normally I have seen when we have graduation ceremonies at school. Our ladies from school wear these, and they look absolutely beautiful. all colors you can think of. So this is their way of also actually being respectful to their country and to the people that lives in their country. So I think it's just absolutely beautiful. These are just the plain normal.
Sorry, yeah,
Um,
sorry, I just want to add with the traditional clothes in the wedding. In Cambodian tradition, a bride never wears only one dress.
no,
So you will see if you attend a wedding, the bride and the groom has got couple uh, uniforms, if I can say it like that, for the morning, a different type of costume for the ceremony, a different costume for the party afterwards, a different costume for the next morning. So they tend to have, say, for instance, my TA had five, I think five or seven costumes,
7.
and they had a 2 day wedding. So it's only 2 days long, but they keep on changing her clothes, changing her. Usually the nails and the accessories stay the same, but the clothes keep on changing, and it's big changes. It's like from a yellow dress to a blue dress to an orange dress to a pink dress to a purple dress. So it's completely different every time she comes out to attend the next part of the wedding.
yeah. But they are colorful nation. That's why it's so colorful. The outfits are so colorful is because Cambodia loves color. They are really colorful. Their dresses, their culture, it's just colorful. Sophia, am I correct in saying that this picture is it is absolutely the normal Cambodian clothes that they use, like on the farms, which is comfortable for them to wear to be working in the fields and every day. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Like this gentleman in the
yeah,
front.
yeah.
Yes.
But actually, this one is the type of the dress that it's depend on the century. Like that one is the we can it's the sin the 10 or 11 centuries ago. It's long time ago.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is also just a different sampot, like the charangs that they wrap around them. And then this three ladies at the bottom is actually traditional wedding
Or we call
costumes that
yeah,
they wear. Yeah.
we call
So
Apsara.
yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
Apsara
It's stunning.
dancer.
And these are also this picture is also of a bride and a groom. I mean, look at them. Look at the groom's shoes. It's like gold, but it's like pointing up. It was quite interesting for me. And she has these uh, around her legs, and they just look absolutely beautiful. I mean, everything is made out of silk. It is stunning. And then the picture in the middle is a Khmer New Year festival. When they celebrate Khmer New Year, this is how some of the people dress. The same with this picture on this side was also a Khmer New Year celebration that I found. And then these are costumes. Girls, we will have to do a stream about this pictures because he has a mask on and represents a monkey, and she has a costume on and it represents a mermaid. It's just like a it's like a tale that they tell through dance and the costumes that they wear. But we're gonna have to do a stream on this because this is quite interesting for me. I would like us to do a stream on this, talking about how what it represents for them and what it means. So these
Yeah.
are just different costumes, like the monkey mask, and she has this. If you can see on the back, it looks like a tail. It represents a mermaid. And these are just photos from Khmer New Year. Those were Khmer New Year, how they dress on Khmer New Year. And these were just games that they play. These are games that they play. And that was a parade in Siem Reap where they had these drums and some face mask and also just some pot that they wear, and the men wear it like a pants and the ladies wrap it around their bodies, their waists. So yeah, I think it's just colorful. It's color and color and color. So anything else, ladies?
I just think it's nice to see that how the country differs from what we're used to, because we're not used to seeing an actual traditional wear. We're used to police wearing the same type of clothes, and uh,
Yes.
the the Netcare using the same medics, and doctors using work uniforms or work outfit that's similar. But we don't have a certain. We've got a formal or an informal dress code. Formal,
Yes.
informal, or actually a themed dress code. Where in Cambodia, it's nothing like that. It's traditional wear, but it's a different type of traditional wear with every party. So it's the same clothes, but the folding is different. The colors will vary and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, ladies, I hope we did this stream justice. I don't know. I just thought that we should share this with everybody because, like I said previously, the clothing is just absolutely beautiful. It is um, not something we seen before on pictures, yes, on pictures, but not something we have seen before. And to see it, it is amazing, amazing. And like I said, we would like to do a stream on the monkey mask and the mermaid and what it is about and what it represents. It might not be a long stream, it might be a short one, we don't know. We'll have to go and do the research and find out. But as soon as we've done that, then we will definitely do a stream. So, but otherwise, I think that was it for today. I don't know about you, ladies. Do you have anything else to add before we say goodbye?
I just want to say thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, learned a little bit more about a different culture, and I hope you liked and subscribed already. And if you didn't, please like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, pop us an
Follow us on
email,
Facebook.
uh, Facebook, just everywhere that you can find. You'll see different photos, different people that joined us in the past, people that will be joining us in the future, and yeah, it was nice having the little chat with you guys.
Yes, it was. And Sophia,
Yeah.
anything from your side?
For me, I just want really say thank you to you guys, especially two of you that you are interested our traditional Cambodia, our culture. And really say thank you so much about that, and thank you everyone, and then who keep watching us, and please like and subscribe. That's all.
Yes, please like and subscribe. We would
Don't
like
forget.
everybody to like and subscribe our channel. So yeah, I think okay, cheerio, Divan. Divan says cheerio. Divan is very talkative today because he hasn't been on the stream, so he thinks he needs to have his say from behind, telling us cheerio and is that's a lot. I mean, look at this comment. Is that's a lot?
I think that
Divan.
we're talking about the echoing there,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
Pepper's echo had to tell us that we had echoing voices.
Yes, Andre will be having his Pepper's Echo a little later at 7 o'clock. So if anybody is interested in watching Andre's Echo, please do join him and hear what he has to say. It's not all about Cambodia. Some of it is. He has been starting to do a little bit about Cambodia. But yes, but from our side, everybody, thank
Yes.
you for watching. We hope to see you next week again. And I hope that you all have a wonderful week. We are still not having any students at school. We miss them a lot, but we cope with them on Zoom. So, yes, I hope you all have a super week and that you will all be safe. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and do not go out if you don't have to, especially in Cambodia at the moment. So I would like to say thank you, Yolandi and Supia. It was nice having you on the stream. And we will see you again next week. And if you
Yes.
can't, yes, and if you can't be good, at least be kind, like Andre always says.
Like they do it in Cambodia. Some replay, guys.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Bye bye, girls.
Bye
Bye.
bye.